From the heart of the Limestone City in Kingston, Ontario, I'm Rebecca Fryer with Kingstonist News. Here's what's making headlines today, March 7th, 2022. Kingston police had their hands full this weekend with a pair of serious but unrelated incidents. First, officers were called to an apartment building on Mowat Avenue around 3:30 in the afternoon on March 5th for a public disturbance call and reports of a person barricaded inside of a building. As the situation progressed, police closed Mowat from Johnson to Union Streets to both pedestrian and vehicle traffic and asked local residents to lock their doors and shelter in place for several hours. The individual was arrested by Kingston police shortly before 1:30 a.m. on Sunday. While this was happening, Kingston police received another call for a serious assault on Daly Street, just south of Weller Avenue, around 7 p.m. According to police, the suspect had fled before their arrival, making it necessary to cordon off several blocks within the immediate area. This included Weller Avenue, Daly Street, and Drennan Street. Kingston police canvassed the area following tips that eventually led them to a community church on Weller Avenue. Kingston Police Emergency Response Team members forced entry to the church, where a man was arrested and transported to police headquarters. A female victim was also discovered with serious and potentially life-threatening injuries. She was transported to Kingston General Hospital by paramedics. A 19-year-old Kingston man faces charges of assault and assault with a weapon following an argument with his stepmother over dirty dishes. Police say the man and his stepmother got into an argument when she asked him to clean up. The suspect allegedly threw a bucket at the victim, striking her in the back of the head, causing a sizable cut that began to bleed, according to police. Police say that the woman then addressed the situation with the man's biological father, who was outside during the initial altercation, which seemed to escalate the situation as the stepson then allegedly became hostile with the victim again and attacked her, pushing his father out of the way to strike her multiple times with his fists. The 19-year-old was arrested and taken to police headquarters, where he was released on conditions with a future court date. KFLNA Public Health is warning residents that an extremely toxic batch of drugs is circulating the Kingston, Frontenac, and Lennox and Addington areas. While they didn't specify which substances is in this most recent release, it does bring up the importance of reminding the public about access to free life-saving naloxone overdose kits that are available at drugstores. Public Health says that the poisoning presents itself as people losing consciousness immediately after consuming the substance and then remaining sedated for several hours. A reminder that if you're going to use drugs, don't do it alone. Avoid mixing and start with test amounts. More details, including the hours of the consumption and treatment service at the Integrated Care Hub on Montreal Street here in Kingston, are available on our website, kingstonist.com. Now for some headlines. In response to the gradual easing of public health measures across the province, the township of South Frontenac made the decision to terminate their state of emergency. While the police are investigating, the community has now stepped up to help replace stolen guitars from Rideau Heights Elementary School, with a number of replacement guitars already having been donated. And lithium-ion battery recycler Li-Cycle is expanding in Kingston with a center of excellence to be established along Creekford Road. Founded in 2016, Li-Cycle has developed technologies that can recover up to 95% of all the materials in lithium-ion batteries in an environmentally and economically sustainable manner. For more on these stories and other headlines, or to submit your own news, visit kingstonist.com and become a subscriber today. I'm Rebecca Fryer. Have a great one, Kingston.